What is going on, guys? I'm back on the mic today from Spektral Sound, and welcome to the first episode of the Spektral Sound DJ Soundkiller collab. Now, basically, some of y'all know that this was going to come because you were following me on Facebook. I have my Facebook group, the link to that's in the description, and I posted this right here, and people seem, the people who did comment, people who see it seem to like the idea, but we were just emailing back and forth, and we thought it'd be really cool since we have very similar channels, we have a similar amount of subs, he's a pretty cool guy, and we decided to do collab videos. So we decided I'm going to be starting the video. What's going to happen is we're going to be working on a track, and I'm just going to start making the track. I already have some drums and stuff up right here. There we go. I already have some drums and things set up. This is just, the basic setting up of a track, getting ready. If you've watched my video where I'm making dubstep on live stream, then you've seen me do all this. So I decided to just spare all that time because it is a little bit time consuming because I'm super nitpicky. But we're just making a track, right? And I'm starting my part now. I'm gonna send it to him after my part's over. He's gonna make a video or a live stream. I decided to do this as a video since I'm live streaming the other track, where he's gonna be working on it, and hopefully things are gonna turn out cool because I got some nice drums going here. I don't think these videos are gonna have a ton of editing. I think it's mainly just going to be me working like on my live stream videos, so I don't feel like there's much to be edited out because it's all the working process. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the drum beat I have. It's like, triplets kind of rhythm style. I thought it's pretty catchy. So I'm going to put some little drum / vocal fill right there, and I'm going to do a little bit more in this area, do something a little, just, really bring it down before it goes into the rest of the drop. So really, I automatically think when I hear this happening, I automatically think of like Trampa or something, because that's always what he does, but I don't really want this to be Trampa style. What I want to do, I think it'd be really interesting. Oh yeah, I should start the timer. I'm just going to do this for 45 minutes. Normally I'd be able to do it longer, however it is like a collab, so I want to be able to send back and forth with, just little bits done at a time. And normally I would be able to do like an hour, but a little short on time today. I'll just see how it goes. Alright, we have started. And hopefully it will go a little quicker because like I don't have the chat there like a normal live stream, so I won't be looking back and forth at that and everything. Don't get me wrong, I do like doing that, but in this situation there's time is a little more of the essence. Alright, so let's make a nice bass. Actually, no. Should we make a chord progression first? Because I wanted to do something like, Arabic, like what Sultan does. It has those like Arabic, those chords, like the chord progression, that kind of thing. Let me see if I can just show you what I'm talking about here, because I think that'd be really cool. I haven't done any of that, and I've been wanting to for a while, and I thought now would be a cool time to do something like that, because that can get some pretty cool results. Yeah, let me go into helpers. Where is it, man? I never really used this. Stamp? Yeah, stamp. Let's see. I don't know which one it is, man. Probably missed it. Oh, Arabic. There it is. Okay, I don't know how to do this. So I know there's the whole stamp thing here, but I don't know what it does. Let's just put down a... Oh, okay. Well, that's what it does. Beautiful. Okay, we're done. Let me see. First of all, I have to make a new pattern. That would be pretty nice, so I'm not doing it over the kick. Now let's go into our stamp here like we did before. Arabic scale. Okay, I want that to be done. Okay, never mind. Nope, that's done. make a big octave arp. I just want to see how this sounds. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's really cool. I'm digging that a lot. So let's just copy that real quick. We'll go into, well, no, I can do it in here. I think it'll be fine. Well, I mean, I don't know what I want to start with, man. I guess I should start with like a bass, but if I made some chords, I just throw together a quick chord progression that can change at any time. So let's do a little duplicate of this. So clone that. This right here is going to have no volume. So we can go into here and put down, this is going to be our little ghost helper area. So let's put these back right here. And I do this a lot when I'm making chord progressions, especially if it's in like a weird key like this. Because normally you can make just normal major minor chords and it's not terribly hard if you know basic music theory, which I do. But when I'm doing this, it's a lot easier to do something like, hello, okay, never mind, that's not going to work. To do something like this. So you have all these notes here. And shift down. And so now we have nothing, which is perfect. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create some chords. And I think, should I make it extended longer? Yeah, I'll extend it longer. We're going to make some chords using these as a helper. And why on earth? Okay, there you go. So we go into here, and no, piano roll. And look at that, some handy dandy ghost notes. I know I'm acting like this is a brand new tactic that no one's ever done before, but I don't get to use it that often, so here we go. Alright, so, oh, that's assuming we're in C. No, I don't want to do that. That's double right click, by the way, to switch between ghost notes. We should do it in, I suppose F is a really good key for sub bass. It just hits the exact right frequencies and everything sounds really good in F. So sub bass sounds very, very good. So that's the key I tend to use most of the time. I'm just going to do it one more, just one extra little thing right here. So F. Just one more octave down. All right. Now we can do fun stuff. I can't see back here. I mean, I know y'all can't see, but I hung my wallet over this area right here behind my where my face is, in this general area right here. So I won't put anything right there, but I can't see when things are over there, unfortunately. It'd be better to put tape, I guess, but I don't know. All right, so starting in F, that's E, F, there we go. So I suppose F should be in the first chord. Let's see. I'm just putting in notes, like I don't know a ton of theory about all of this. I can just kind of hear what it sounds like. Suppose it would be better to just do, what in the world am I doing? Suppose it would be better to do it like this. There we go. And that's another little trick here. When you're doing this, you know, that's all well and good. But if you hold Alt while you do that, it snaps to the grid, which is extremely handy if you're doing like ARPs and stuff and the notes are very precarious. Okay, so this chord keep going to major. Nope, I gotta do an inversion. Nope, dang it. That sounds pretty nice, that overall change. This is major right here, but that's okay. Like DJ Soundkiller was actually saying in one of his videos that going, you know, to major and stuff, if you're in an overall minor track, is not that bad. Is not bad because it adds more flair instead of just the same thing all over again. However, what I want to do, that sounds like it's the ending of a bar to me. So it'll be like dun 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 kind of thing. Hang on. Something is wrong in these ghost notes. Something is definitely wrong. Because it should be all F and E's, but something messed up down there, so I'm going to redo this. Blah, 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 blah. Arabic. Give me F. Okay, there you go. Now it should Control B. Duplicate that. Control B. I don't know why it's showing up purple, but it's showing up purple. Control B. I'm so, like, when I'm working at my studio, well, it's not my studio, the studio I work at in class, they use Pro Tools, and the controls, like the key controls for that, actually make sense. In FL Studio, I mean, most of the controls here make sense, but in FL Studio, it's weird because, you know, let's say to duplicate in Pro Tools, it's simple Control D, or it's Command D, I guess, because I have a Max there. But in FL Studio, for some reason, it's Control B. I don't know why, but it's what it is. You know, I'm kind of okay with that, except for this first chord. But that's the same. because I got the Fs there. I want it to sound I guess I could just go minor. This wouldn't work because that would, or it shouldn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, good. We got that, and now let's do a quick extension of this, and we'll make the second half of the chord progression, and then that will be our progression, and we will be good, and we can delete all these ghost notes. So first of all, duplicate that. And then, will that work? Oh, you music theory people out there are probably cringing at me, not knowing what I'm doing. Sounds cool. It goes major right here, and then it goes major right here. So that, or this, no, not there. Goes major right there, and then major right here. Actually, both of those are major, man. I'm okay with it ending in major. That's basically it. But this being major is a little bit annoying. I mean, it sounds okay, but although the transition from that to that sounds minor, so I don't know why, I don't know how, but it does. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, now we have a chord progression, so let's save that. And we will use that progression later. I just wanted to make sure that doing like Arabic scales or whatever would work. But next, what I'm going to do before I do like drop basses and stuff, I want to put a bunch of background stuff in here. Stuff to really fill out space, which I have plenty of techniques for that. First one is just general. That's my favorite one. I suppose it should cut out right there, but I'll leave that for later. And what I like to do here is I like to repeat that twice for this whole thing. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find in my samples, get this really big crash. I'm just getting stuff in here right now, so it's definitely going to be mixed later. I always use this because it just makes your drop hit so much harder. I just really like it. Obviously it's way too loud, but, and time stretched. Why is that a thing? Okay, that one's fine. But yeah, obviously it's way too loud, so it's just. And for this, we're gonna just. Oh well, No, I'm just gonna leave that for later because it might sound cool if there's still like, you know, some airy elements in there. And then that's gonna happen and stuff. So now the next thing we want is the crowd, the stadium crowd that I always use. I believe it's in 200s, or is it here? Oh, there it is. What am I doing? Okay. No, was this it? I don't remember. Maybe it was the other one. I always forget until I hear it. So let me go into here. Literally the same thing. Okay, we're good. Obviously, once again, way too loud. So bring it down a lot and start it right there. Now the crowd, I know I definitely want to cut out right here. So we are just going to stop looping. Okay, there we go. So we're just gonna turn on third beat. It should have been on third beat anyway. And yeah, make it cut there. All right. It's gonna stop and then resume right there. And it's gonna do the same thing there. And we can just repeat it that way. Should be good. I mean, we're going to want to chop it off there, and we're going to want to chop it off here. Then we'll be fine. I mean, we might extend it there. I'll just see what happens later, but this is a generally okay template. And all these kind of things, especially the crowd. The crowd helps so much. Really, just really help to fill out space and things like that. So we need to assign these all to mixer tracks. Let's see. So I'm gonna start this at like 15, or nah, I'm just gonna layer it on top of there. That'll be fine. So first of all, toms. I forgot to put in toms. That's important. So toms go to 11. Let's label that toms. Okay. And then what else we got? We got the phase 1 down effect. That's going to go into 12. We have my cool crash. It's going into 13. And we have the crowd, which is going into 14. So this is a little splash there. We got a crash with a K, yes, and a crowd. So let's do a little bit of mixing here. Start with the splash. Not terribly much needs to be done. However, this beginning is not really okay. What we want to do is we want it to duck down at the very beginning. So let's do one of these maybe. Perfect, and that's gonna make way for the kick, because when that hits right where the kick hits, it doesn't make the kick sound as like full, you know, the whole, that's why you sidechain, doing that kind of thing. But I didn't want to do it for sidechaining. I wanted to do it manually that way. And this no play, why you no play? Do I have it soloed? Yeah, I have it soloed. Okay. For the splash, where should we put this? I suppose I don't need to go through the sidechain right now. It doesn't need to do that yet. I'll see if it needs to do that later. For the crash, it's already normalized, so if we do a little in, get a nice long tail. And this, however, actually might not need to be sidechain, because when the crash hits, it does still give the hit a nice amount of power. However, it does need to be turned down a good bit, which is why we do one of these, so the tail gets longer and things. But we can turn it, like the general transient is ducked down. what's also very nice to do, we don't put the transient there, but we take a nice bit of it, a nice chunk right there. There we go, that's good. Alright, and now that should be fine. Might need to bring it down a bit. And the crowd definitely needs to be brought down. Let's take a look at this. And the crowd definitely needs to be side chained. Let's widen it. Do a little bit of this. That's nice. Alright, and now for the side chaining. Now the crowd, do I want it side chain separately? No, I'll just side chain it with everything else. That's gonna go through the side chaining bus right here. For it, DJ Soundkiller, if you're watching, I have the basses tab right here and the side chaining tab right here. So everything can get routed through there. The basses, the sub is getting cut to add an external stub, and it's getting side chained. So you can edit the side chain like that. And on the actual side chain tab, it's just a side chain. Like, that's just side chaining. And if you want to know how I do all my side chaining, you can check out my side chaining video. Basically, it's all done with a trigger. Everywhere I lay a kick or a snare, I throw in the trigger with it. So that's what's going to make the side chaining happen, not the actual kick and stuff. I find it's a lot cleaner than using that. So that's how it's going to work for FYI. So let's just give that a test. We're gonna have just that and solo the crowd and the trigger. Alright. Let's see, so ARP. We need an ARP. I'm in the key of F, I believe. So let's see what we can do. Go into our instruments. These keys will probably get deleted. However, I do want I do need the chord progression now. So let me go into my patterns, pattern 4, I believe. Yeah. Let's just replace this with a massive. Because I do not want to use Serum for the ARP, even though Serum makes some super dope ARPs. I just want to use massive because it will take up less CPU. And use this little ARP module here. I love using this. It's so much easier than putting in notes yourself. So depending on the amount of notes, it kind of changes things around a little bit, and you can put the range up to 2, which is super cool. Instead of just doing that 1 octave, it doubles it. So you could put the range like 4 and It's not terribly practical, however, it can be very cool in certain situations where the ARP lasts for a long time. What happens if I put the range to 0? Oh, that's all of the octaves. Okay. Alright, sounds good. And now we actually have to put this into triplets. Forgot about that. So what I'm going to do, because right now it's in, you can select times here, like if I wanted to go super fast, you can do that, or you can do half step, which is half of that, or you can go into just, you know, one step, which is what I was at, and then two step, you know, half. Then you can go super slow into, or third step is super slow triplets. Like that. And then there's fourth step, which is all the way. So the only setting they have there that works with triplets is this third, but it's way too, it's really not fast enough at all. So I'm just going to drag in a random sample, something nice, something that has nice like click to it. I want something like a, that's good. And now I'm just going to fill this in third step. So this little, there we go. So I should be in, is that too fast? No, that's good. That's how fast I want the ARP to be. So hold Control B. And what I'm going to do here is just let it loop and try to match up the ARP and the clicking there. So beautiful. All right, lovely. Now we can delete that little hi-hat there. And we have our ARP ready for more editing. And if I want to later, I'm just going to add a little macro to this. That's also a pretty cool effect, so I'm just gonna macro that too. That'd be an interesting way for the ARP to fade in, using that intensity knob. Alright. fun thing to do is to use the stepper inside Massive and do something kind of like, just do something. Does the stepper do bipolar? Here, let me check. The stepper does not do bipolar. Okay. So what we're going to have to do is turn this all the way up and then just do something similar to this. It's pretty fun to do cool panning situations there. Oh dang, it's re-triggering, so I have to. Pretty fun thing to do to add a little more flair to the background stuff. And right now, oh yeah, we're not going to use the chord progression in the drop. No, that'd be weird. We don't want that. Never mind. Oh, the chord progression is not staying. Copy that, paste that there. All we want to do is have the drop, because the drop is still going to be in just generic F minor. So let's just keep this F minor chord right here. And we're just gonna loop that versus just looping the chord progression, because that's gonna come, chord progression is gonna come later. Normally I don't do the chord progression inside the drop. So let's copy that, cut that. And now create the new pattern for the chords. Okay. Obviously much too loud and it's starting weird, so let's move this what? Oh yeah, let's move this around. There. And let's position it correctly. This is going to go, obviously going to go through the sidechain, or with the route to this track only. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of work on it. Hello. First off, cut the low end. Sound is good. I like to do that just to control the peaks, so because some peaks are a lot higher than others because of like the panning and the pitch and stuff like that. So yeah, I just like to do that to make sure that the peaks aren't too harsh. sounds so mid-heavy. Why does it sound so, like, if it's just the pattern, it's super bright, but then in this, it sounds fine. I have no idea, but I'm just gonna leave it something like that. That'll be fine. I don't think I want that much reverb, because it isn't going to be like melodic dubstep or anything. Alright. And now, let's see, that's, you know, effects and stuff. We need place for basses. I think I just want to put the basses and stuff. Be easier to put those here. Oh, I forgot. I want to do what I really like to do for these things is to do, yeah, let me add a new, take this really high string sound, just a super high, actually I can do this in Serum. A super really high pitched thing that you can barely hear. It's just a little bit. Let me take my even to odd. Yeah. Okay. This shape has only even harmonics. I went into a saw wave and manually took out like all of the odd harmonics. You see, it's only even harmonics. I went through all like 512 and then took out all of the odd ones. So no matter where you play it, it'll never sound detuned. It'll always be right on pitch. So what I'm going to do is just make it really high. That's good. Super high. Little dimension, bit of compression, needs it. Reverb. Some EQing. This is just going to be super, super quiet in the background. So I'm in the key of F. There we go, really high. This is just going to go into 16 here. There we go. This is going to be super high. And it's going to be turned down a ton. It's also going to be going through the side chaining. Or, dadgummit. So let's throw this there. And that you can barely hear this, really. You can only hear it when it's not there, kind of thing. So this is just really kind of cement the root note in, even though you can't hear it that much. It's mostly subconscious, which is what a lot of this stuff is. You don't notice it unless it's not there, you know? So this will just kind of hammer in the root note, and it tends to fill out a little more space. got good stuff. I hope we can get some cool, because I got a good beat going, and I have a nice layout going here, a cool progression to work with. So hopefully that's kind of what I hope to achieve in this one. Just get something a little more than drums, get a really good template there, so he can start making sounds and doing some more interesting stuff. Because when it's just drums or anything, there's not a lot of inspiration. But when you have chord progression to work with, an idea such as, you know, my kind of Arabic Sultan kind of style idea, then you can work with that a little bit more. I hope he hadn't expected me to get like super far, but I really think taking it small steps at a time would be fine. Even if like he's just making videos or he's just making sounds and doing sound design, I don't mind. Like whatever needs to be done in whatever amount of time. Right, and just piece by piece, I find that that's the best way, instead of sending back huge chunks, because that'll be mostly your style. If you just take it bit by bit, then you can really get a very good mixture, a nice tight mixture of styles. So depending on what he does and stuff like that, I got some cool ideas I can work with here. So, well, that's my timer finished. Beautiful. Here we go. No, cancel. Stop it. Okay, there you go. Well, cool. Yeah. Today I showed you how to make your drops sound really full. That's the best way to do it, just to add all these elements in the background. It's pretty nice. Hoping for some nice, interesting sound design. That'd be really cool. Just to get really fun with automation, and not necessarily just in Serum. Like, you know, I could use Citrus or Harmor or any other cool stuff just to get some really nifty sounds in there, and maybe make some fills and things like there with that Arabic scale. Be pretty. I always want to say Arabic. It's so bad, but yeah. All right. Hope you enjoyed watching this first episode. Stay tuned for new episodes. Also, check out DJ Soundkiller's channel. It's down there in the description. He will be posting the next episode, hopefully, you know, soon. I don't know what his schedule's like. My schedule is, he seems to have a little more time for making videos. I can't upload as often, but I'll try to do that. Sound design videos and stuff might have to, you know, be secondary, stuff like this, because I have other things that I'm doing also with the live streaming things. So, all right, cool. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned a little bit of something about doing this. Maybe not a normal thing that I do, but yeah, it's all good. It's all part of the track. So, as always, see you later and stay awesome.